Tyler Perry playing in people's face, Oprah playing in people's face. Y'all thinking people gonna work for free? I don't know what y'all thinking, but y'all don't got the right person because she's standing on it.
Hug, Shannon. When we were done talking, we hugged. Do you hear me?
Yes.
We hugged like brother and sister, like it's cool, he understand.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Oprah Winfrey calls my husband. I want y'all to take your time, because I'm getting ready to go in.
Yeah, that's your camera right
Yeah, because the people at home, they sitting there like, Monique, what happened? Bitch, I'm getting ready to tape. She calls my husband.
Okay.
My husband explains to her what's going on. She says, there have been times I've had to draw the line in the sand. So my husband said, well, what is different between you and Monique? You've got to draw the line in your sand.
Yeah.
You know they're asking you for too much. She said, you're absolutely right, and I understand your position. You're right in the position you're taking.
Yep.
So when you're looking at me saying, well, what happened? I'm telling you what happened.
But, okay, she's saying that privately, but
not publicly.
That publicly.
Hell
did you
no.
hear her say it?
I did.
Did you hear her say it? JT, did you hear her say it?
No.
Zach, did you hear her say it, Zach? Regina, did you hear her? Tommy? No one.
How the
seemed
hell
to
she
hear
remember
that
all these people's
publicly.
names?
She said that privately. Now, when she said that, see, everything we're saying to you, it can be proven. She had him on speakerphone. And that when she was talking to him, in that room was a man named Reggie Wells, who just passed, who used to be Oprah Winfrey's makeup artist, who he had a conversation with me and my husband. Now, for you babies that's good with the little internet, we had a show on called Monique and Sydney Finding a Way to Be Unoffended. Finding a Way to Be Unoffended. Reggie Wells is on that show speaking about Oprah Winfrey. Reggie Wells said, Monique, I was there that day. He said, and when y'all got off the phone, I looked at her and said, why don't you just pay this woman the money? She deserves it. And she looked at him and said, I won't be paying her nothing. And he said, that's not right, and you know it's not right. Now, that man shared that on that show. So I'm not saying nothing that hasn't been shared. So you have people that will say things in private but won't do it publicly. I'm the person that I will say it in private and I'm going to say it publicly.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we make it right.
But you don't need somebody to talk good to your face. You need somebody to talk good behind your back.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me what a great person I am in my face, but you telling me I'm dog poop behind my back, what good is that, Mo?
What does that make those kind of people, Shannon?
Snakes?
What does it make those kind of
cowardly.
people? That is cowardly. See, here's what's this. When we have our juggernauts, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, these are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that
I'm interested to see what Steve Harvey gonna say. I'm interested. Because at this point, he can't do that.
Baby say, when I grow up, I want to be that.
Yes.
I want to be like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars. But my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I got a lot of money in my bank. It's more zeros than some of them than we can imagine.
More.
But their character
ain't
they are
nothing.
Bankrupt. Those are bankrupt people. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Invite them.
I have.
They not gonna do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again.
Yeah.
Do him again. And I'm gonna say this.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler, though.
Baby, we got him. Y'all come on, stop playing.
They ain't coming on, Mo, thanks to you.
You know how, and I don't want to put you on a spot, but I'm going to say it because I appreciate you as a black man and what you're doing.
Thank you.
If you are my friend, and someone says to me, Monique, Shannon Sharpe wronged me, and you my friend, I'm going to call my friend.
You can come to me.
And I'm going to say, hey, is what they saying true?
Right.
And if you get to hemming and hawing, I'm going to tell you, till you fix it, you and I can't talk. Because if you'll do them that way,
you'll do me that way.
it'll be a matter of time before you do it to me. So if Steve Harvey is your friend, you call your friend up and you ask him, is what our sister saying right, man? Because if it is, we can't do that to her. If that's our sister. See, it took a transgender named T.S. Madison. It was a guy named Jamaica Carter. Jamaica Carter and I are mutual Jamaica Carter and I are friends. T.S. Madison was a mutual friend. So Jamaica called me and said, would you mind doing T.S. Madison's show? I go do T.S. Madison's show. When I tell T.S. Madison when the camera cuts, I said, listen, your friend is wrong. She said, Monique Lee Daniels is my friend. I said, then you need to call your friend and tell him to fix this shit. She said, I will. Within a couple of days, who did I get a call from? Lee Daniels.
Okay.
See, that's a friend. That's a true friend that's saying, I love you so much that I want to make sure that's not on your heart or your conscience. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So when people ask Lee now, when we did the deliverance together, how was it to work with Monique? It was as if we had never parted ways because he fixed it. He owned it and he took accountability for it.
And that's all you can do.
Keep you to the cross because you've owned it.
Right.
I've had to be forgiven.
Right.
So I appreciate that someone had grace and mercy with me.
Right.
So I'm going to have that with other people when they take accountability for what they've done.
How much did you make for the role, Mary Impression?
I was paid $50,000.
That's it.
That's it. And I never complained because that's what I signed up for. It was an independent film. Right?
Right.
So when my friend called me, and I'm going to quote him, he said, bitch, this one right here, he said, this shit is crazy. By the time I got to page 10, I called him back. I said, what the hell is this, Lee? He said, bitch, I know. He said, it's sick. After my husband and I read that script, he said, Mama, if you play this with no judgment, when he say action, don't judge the character, just become it. This is an award-winning.
Yes.
This is award-winning. So with all of that being said, I never complained about the $50,000. I did everything I was supposed to do. No, nothing. It is when they started asking me to become a slave.
Okay.
It is when Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey started asking me to work for free. It is when they started doing the bidding for whomever the gatekeeper was at the time to say, we can get her. Remember the scene in Sparkle? You ever seen Sparkle with Irene Carroll?
Yeah.
And Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Remember when they was in the car because the Jew man was trying to get him to sign over that contract? And he kept shaking his head like, you will not get me to turn my back on this woman.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what this is. We ain't turning our back. My husband ain't turning his back. He ain't signing up for something he know ain't right. And people have a problem with that. And we gotta keep speaking on it, Shannon, because the next one's coming for real. I would hate for you to have to sit another sister in this chair and she tell you the same story.
So, considering you won the Oscar, normally when you win the Oscar, not saying you're gonna win another or get Oscar-worthy scripts, but there's normally a run where you in 2-3 films. Now Monique, that 50,000 is 500 or $1 million or $2 million.
What happened?
You feel that you were blackballed from that point, and Monique did not make the money what she should have been compensated for future roles.
Let's tie it all back in.
Okay.
You have a man that says, I lied on you.
Yes.
I put a rumor out there on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said I was going to apologize. But then you have another man that comes back when I'm offered Empire and says, Mo, they said you're difficult to work with, you're going to be a problem. Where would they get that from?
Well, somebody that's as powerful as Tyler.
Okay. So now I'm scratched from that.
Yeah.
Right? Now when it comes to movies, I'm a difficult person to work with. Ain't nobody ever had a problem with me.
They never said, did anybody say?
Well, I mean, Lionsgate do control a lot of things. So, like, if you didn't want to do the thing with Lionsgate, of course, they feel like you're a difficult person to work with because they was like, oh, yeah, we thought we had a good slave. We thought we had her, and now you don't want to work with us? What's your problem? So, I can see the Lionsgate.
Prior to Precious.
Yes. No, not prior to Precious.
Right.
I've never had a problem with nobody. As long as I was saying, yes, you good. The moment you start challenging,
once you say no, we got a problem.
Parker? What about Moesha? Had anybody said anything prior about Monique's character prior to her not wanting to do international press, what she wasn't contractually obligated to do.
Never.
Prior to that, nobody said anything.
Never. The only person that could say anything that is a producer is a guy named Will Packer. I did a movie called Almost Christmas. When Will Packer sat down with my husband and I, Shannon, every other word out of his mouth was queen. You are queen, and the queen, and the queen, and the queen. And we just want you to do a cameo. And here's what we're going to pay you. My husband said, Will, that does not cover Monique doing promotions. That covers none of that, brother. This is just for the cameo, okay?
Yeah.
The director was David Talbert. My husband and David Talbert were college roommates. They were across the hall from one another.
Okay.
In the script, I was that quick because it's a cameo.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So 99% of the things you heard Aunt May say, it was Monique, it was me ad-libbing.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's a cameo.
Right.
When we had a meeting with Will Packer says, if you do this for me, I'll give you a 3-picture deal and a sitcom. Now we have all of this in writing. It's all in writing.
What were you needing to do? A press? You're gonna need to do press for it? You're gonna need to promote it? Or just do the cameo?
Just do the cameo. Okay. That is what was agreed upon. We were gonna do a cameo for the amount of money that he said they were gonna pay. No problem. Well, what they did was they kept spreading it out. They kept spreading this character out. We want you in this scene, and that scene, and this scene.
But there ain't no cameo. Cameo is okay.
Okay? David Talbot is our friend. We don't want to make this bad for David Talbot, so we said, okay, no problem. Now let's talk about the treatment. While we're on that set of Almost Christmas, there were a few things that was happening that I took issue with. Will Packer is a producer. He came on that set and tried to give us a direction while the director was standing right there. I said, Will Packer, I will not allow you to do that. You would never do that to Steven Spielberg. You would never do that to a white director. You as a producer going to just walk in and give a direction, so I will not take direction from you. If you have something you want to give to me, you give it to the director. And you have the director to give it to me. You are disrespectful to him. Now, I had a meeting in David Talbert's trailer with Will Packer, David Talbert, and the first AD because they were being disrespectful to this black man. And I was not going to allow that to happen. I had a conversation with the first AD, and I pulled him outside. I said, listen, brother, when it's your turn, I won't let nobody do it to you.
So don't do it to him.
What I'm going to do is stand by and watch you give a direction after the director gives us a direction. It confuses the cast, and it's disrespectful. And to that black man's credit, his eyes filled up with water, and he said, I appreciate you for having this conversation with me. Okay? So, Will Packer and I are now at odds because I'm seeing how this brother's acting. I'm in my trailer. My assistant at the time, her name was Robin, right? Robin is in her 50s. She's in my trailer with her shoes off. She's on the computer. Will Packer's friend, or I'm not sure what title to give her. Okay? She comes into the trailer. Now, in this trailer, it is me, my hairstylist, makeup artist, and my assistant. This young lady, who we're all old enough to be her mother, she comes and looks at my assistant and said, what's your shoes doing off?
You in your trailer, why do you care?
I said, excuse me, you're out of order. You don't come in here questioning nobody in my trailer. As a matter of fact, and her energy was not that of, I'm playing. It was, I said, as a matter of fact, I need you to go get Will. Because I'm not even going to have this conversation with you. I'm going to talk to your boss. When Will Packer comes into that trailer for us to talk, do you know what that man says to me and my hairstylist and my makeup artist and my assistant? I am the head nigga in charge. Everything stops with me. I said, well, I want to let you know this, Will. You're going to hear that you're the head nigga in charge from me as many times as I can tell people that's what you said. I said, and furthermore, you need to check your assistant. Because this is my space. We weren't in your trailer with our shoes off. We're in my space with our shoes off.
But why would he come? Why would he come to you?
Yeah. What's up with Will?
With that type of it?
What's up with Will? Who he think he is? I don't know. We need some answers. We need some answers. Steve Harvey need to come back on this show. Tyler Perry need to come on this show. Oprah. We need some answers from Taraji. And we need some answers from Will Packer. These are the people that I feel like that need to give us the right answers that we need, that I need to get down to the bottom of this. Oh yeah, and DL Hughley, we need you on here too. Cedric, you need to come back here just to tell us, You feel me? And then we probably just need Monique husband to confirm or deny some of this stuff.